It's late August here in the garden, and today we're cooking. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Home Garden. On today's episode, I want to switch some things up. I understand that summer is coming to a close and everybody is probably doing their big old harvest videos. I have done mini harvest here that I haven't shown. I'm sure I'll get into one in September. But today I want to cook. I really want to do a garden to plate type of thing with a vegetable that I don't have much experience with. This is some good old okra. My first year growing okra, it has been a very exciting process. I think I'm going to do a grow guide next year because, look at this. These babies are continuously growing. The stems are very thick at the bottom, and there's more growth to come. And I think for the next, month and a half, almost 2 months, I should be able to continuously harvest this good old okra. Problem is, I don't know what to do with it. I have a good amount of okra inside. I've been giving a lot away to my neighbors, to my family. But today, I want to figure this thing out. So we are going to take all ingredients from the garden and make something on my little outside grill. But before we get into the recipe of this wonderful bamya I'm about to make, let's go ahead and talk about some history. So this plant is actually so old, geobotanists say okra originated in the Abyssinian center of original cultivation, meaning our earliest African common ancestors were eating okra. Found naturally along the upper end of the Nile River, this veggie quickly spread throughout ancient Mesopotamia and Egyptian culture. Soon, Spanish Moors would introduce okra to the French colonists, the same that would go on to colonize Louisiana from the Native Americans, which is why we, in America, associate okra with Southern cuisine. Bamya is actually an Arabic word, and the dish was mentioned in a Babylonian culinary tablet dated way back to 1700 BCE. The ancient tablet was all about stews and herbal medicines, which actually makes sense because we now know that okra is super rich in vitamin K and C, contains antioxidants, lowers cholesterol, and is particularly beneficial for people with vaginas. So, of course, for this bamya recipe, we need some okra, some juicy ripe tomatoes, which I have a ton of on my windowsill. I'm gonna go ahead and add some squash. Recipe doesn't call for it, but it's mine. Gonna add some wonderful shishito peppers. I'm gonna add some of these beautiful banana peppers. I'm gonna grab a few hot cayennes just to spice things up. What I got here are a few young onions. And here I have some garlic that I was let drying on my outside table. After giving everything a nice little proper rinse and grabbing some extras from the house, we are ready to start making our bamya. First thing you're gonna wanna do is go ahead and start cutting up your okra. All right, now that you have your okra cut up, what you wanna do is get a nice thick saucepan. Get some oil in it, lather that baby up, and get it nice and hot. Make sure your pan has some nice tall walls because we're going to be crushing tomatoes. So while the pan is heating up, I think it would be a great time to go ahead, grab your tomatoes, grab your smasher. I'm going ahead and use this and get the smashing. You want these tomatoes to make a nice thick sauce or a paste because that's going to go in after these okra get nice and tender. All right, now, once you think your oil is hot enough, go ahead and place your okra in and be careful because it splashes. Just waiting for my okra to cook down a bit more. And the moment that I feel like the okra is soft enough, I'm gonna go ahead and add the tomato sauce before the rest of the veggies because you kind of want your okra and tomato to really be cooking at the same rate. Some people like to add butter that I read. I think I'm just gonna add some nice spices. I got some things in the garden that I would like to pull in there. But for right now, let's go ahead and get the chopping. as you can see, I'm leaving things quite thick. This is actually on purpose because the Bamya is actually more of a stew type of thing. And I like my stews nice and meaty. Actually, some people actually do put meat in their Bamya, but I just wanted to grab things from the garden. All right, so I am done chopping the veggies. It looks like my okra skin is so tender that it's falling off. Not sure if I was supposed to take off the skin or not, but either way, I dig the little pods. These things are pretty good and pretty hot. But I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomato sauce right now and let that baby cook in. It's probably a good time to go ahead and grab a lid, put it on there just so it could cook up a little bit faster. Now, at any point between adding your vegetables and letting your okra and tomatoes cook down a bit more, you can go ahead and add your spices. I'm just going to use some garlic salt. I have some paprika here, and I have a nice home garden mix full of mint, thyme, lemon balm, oregano, and maybe a few other things that I'm missing. But this is a nice home blend that I like to put on all my foods because it tastes so good. But yeah, it all depends on your taste, how much you want to add. I won't tell you how to season your food, but you do want to add, a bit of seasoning. Make sure you at least add a bit of salt. All right, so it has been roughly 10 minutes since I added the sauce and my spices to the okra and the oil to let that go ahead and cook in. And I think it's a good time to go ahead and add my chopped up veggies. You want to go ahead and let these babies cook down, especially if you're adding a bunch of squash like me. Go ahead and mix that in, put the lid back on, and wait another 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so it has been roughly 15 to 20 minutes. I've been peeking and stirring the way that you should be doing. But I think I have a finished product here. So let's see how this baby looks. Oh, look at that. Dude, it smells so good. It smells like the southern home I never lived in. Ooh, that's crazy. Let's go ahead and plate this baby up. Here is the moment of truth. The good old Pittsburgh home garden Bamya. Bamya. Oh yeah, this smells so good though. It honestly tastes like the quintessential fall type of stew, which is very apt because it's been kind of chilly. The nights have been dipping down into the low 60s lately. And this is actually a perfect little meal for tonight. Sweet. Still don't know if I was supposed to peel the skins of the okra, but I don't even care. This is so good. I think one thing that I would change is I would probably add more tomatoes. I think I went pretty light on the tomatoes. You really want to get a lot of this sauce. This is so good. But if you would like to see more garden to plate, garden to kitchen type videos, please let me know in the comments. But this is going to do it for me. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good business. And I'll see you later. Hell yeah, man.